Good evening, folks, and welcome to episode 77 of Malt and Magic, the Forgotten Kingdom of Nylin. I hope you'll forgive us for our slightly later start this evening. We had a few people at work struggling to get home, so just delayed it by half an hour. We are still a man down for the time being, but they will be joining us very soon. But let's get this show on the road. So our usual thank yous to Albert Rodeo, to Incarnate, to D&D Beyond, which we've been using very heavily over the last 3 sessions. Albert Radio has been a lot of fun, as has Incarnate, creating some maps, and of course D&D Beyond just gets abused by us every week for a good 4 hours-ish. But it's been amazing. It still continues to be amazing. Some of the updates they've put in, awesome. Very much looking forward to the new source books being added in there as well. So yeah, as soon as the Netherdeep book gets released, I shall be having a play around with that one, seeing what it's got in store and what I can potentially port over to our game. And then, of course, also a huge shout out to Hero Forge, which has released some awesome features recently into the Pro subscription. If you're not already a Pro subscriber, I do recommend that. We're not affiliated with them in any way, but I do recommend it just for the cool features. If you've not seen their teaser for 2022, go check it out. Blew my mind. Quite literally blew my mind. So yeah, Hero Forge, thank you very much. Who else do we need to thank? Kassoon, 5e Magic Shop, for their general Dungeon Master accessories, I'm going to call them from here on in. So things like shop management, puzzle generators, quick NPC generators as well. If I do get caught out, which every now and again happens. So thank you to those services. You can find them on Patreon, Kassoon, or 5e Magic Shop. So you need to look for on Patreon and you will find them. And of course, for our musical tracks and ambience, a huge shout out to Tabletop Audio, but more importantly, an absolutely massive shout out and thank you to BattleBards, who we are affiliated with. So if you want to go and use BattleBards and use their services to get your own sound effects, whether you're running radio plays, whether you're running your own D&D stream, whether you want some sound effects for just your Twitch stream, then go check them out, go register, use the code Malt and Magic as you register, and get yourselves a nice cheeky discount. As always, you can see the social media links on the bottom of the banner there. Please go follow us on all of our social media platforms. I am very, very close to setting up a Malt and Magic TikTok. I feel like it's time we embraced it, so I'm investigating that and working out how we can get some worthwhile content on there and not just be a cesspit of corrupt content, which is what I'm going to term the majority of stuff on TikTok, to be honest. Don't shoot me, anybody that uses TikTok in earnest. But yes, I'm going to try and get us on there, and we will also cross-post onto Instagram and those sorts of things. Going to investigate things like Discord as well as we go forward. I know we talked about that earlier. I think when we get a few more subscribers, we may look at setting up things like Discord servers. So our social media presence will be growing over the next few months as we get more followers, more subscribers. So watch this space. I do not want undertwerking videos. Thank you very much. That is the last thing I want. However, if you cannot get enough of us on social media or on Twitch, then please go check out our YouTube channel. And if that's still not enough, then go check out the podcast and go listen to past episodes. I have just finished episode 32, where there is one line from our resident rogue, which was brilliant. I will not repeat it on here. But go check that out. It was a fantastic way to describe a certain type of monster. So go check that out on your podcast platform of choice. If you can leave a review or a rating or a like or anything on that podcast platform, please do. Every little helps, as they say. And I think that's it for my thank yous. I actually did it properly this week for once. Not bad. Second week back after Christmas and we get it right. So there we go. That's not a bad turnaround. So with that, there is most definitely going to be adult language. There is always adult humour. There will be a lot of frivolity. Let's see if we can end this siege, can we? Let's roll. evening.
Good evening.
How are we all doing?
Yeah, good.
I was right until I discovered we were getting a TikTok.
I think the first thing I was probably going to say was TikTok. Really,
It was created by millennials, us, but it's not. It's not for us. I don't think, unless we've got a 15-year-old followership.
Oh, you say that, but I do. Admittedly, I watch a lot of stuff that has been passed over to YouTube onto their little shorts. But I
watch
watching quite a lot of those
Reels, which is Instagram, TikToks, isn't it? I'm on that quite a lot while I'm having a poo.
Yeah, so if we start creating it for TikTok and then moving it over, then I think then maybe we'll be doing that. So yes,
we will just do both. Anyway, before we get lost down the rabbit hole of TikTok, we shall run down the lineup. I know we're a man short, but they are on their way. So, as always, I am Matt. I am your Dungeon Master for this evening and most evenings. I also play the sidekick character of Bothrid, NPCs, and your monsters.
Hello, I am Danny, and I play Anders Splinterthorn, who will be twerking on a social media platform near you soon.
You do realise I'm going to make you cosplay Ander and do that twerk now.
I don't think I've got the dump truck for a twerk. I'm going to have to start putting the gains on, do some squats.
There's only one way to find out.
Oh man.
Anyway, of course we have Samau, who plays Kirik and will be here shortly, and then Dave.
Hello, I'm Dave. I play Dargon, the Goliath fighter warlock, and I think we're all pretty spent. So I really hope that the last thing that Matt said before the intro, can we finish this siege? I hope so.
Well, can we finish the siege, or at least escape the siege? I guess.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Last week we made our way up the tower. I say made our way. I think Bothrid and Feltag made their way up the tower. The rest of you all either flew or just bamfed straight up to the top of the tower, where you were immediately met with some members of the Shadow Court, some senior members of the Shadow Court, who you had previously met on the Isle of the Dead, and had met in the City of Shadows. So Duke Orfeo and his lady friend, his wife or lover, Karina Thorpe, and you had a very, very long battle with them, also involving Lena and Micaiah, who were the only two left in this tower, but it definitely came across that Lena was the target of Duke Orfeo. You managed to... I say you managed that. Kirik pretty much blasted every vampire in sight with as much sunlight as he could muster through the palm of his hand.
I was utterly pointless.
Pretty much like...
Yep.
Yeah. Well, no, there was a lot of damage done. But,
I was mostly
Kirik was kind of MVP last week for that.
Yeah.
Of course, you did leave two of your companions to climb the tower by themselves. So having defeated Duke Orfeo and Karina, you then had a very, very brief conversation with Lena and Micaiah, and a quick message to Bothrid, who said he was trapped. And I believe the words he said were, "He is blocking the way." And then you heard that very subtle... which
I forgot about that.
I think most people in this party would recognise as the soul spark, whatever it is, of a Warforged about to go...
Big bad apple.
So, we do begin tonight's session with...
We also had the voice of the Stillman. Evil Stillman.
You did have the voice of the Stillman. That was where I was getting to next. We begin tonight's session then with the group charging down the stairs, having necked as many potions of healing as physically possible. Still pretty spent. And so you are charging down the stairs, and I need to quickly create a quick token for Feltag, because I forgot to do that.
Just do a bomb.
Or a new... Well, yes, the...
Like one of those Mario walking bombs. That'd be good. Can you tell I've been playing my daughter's Nintendo Switch quite a lot? That Santa got her for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm just testing it
good.
works. Yeah, absolutely. No, you can't have a go on it. It might hurt you.
Right, let's quickly download that.
Did we have a chance during that fight to actually see or know where the hell we are meant to get out of this room to actually get to the airship?
Yeah, behind
Yes,
where
you
Lena
did.
was,
You saw
there
a
was
ladder beyond where Lena and Micaiah originally stood.
So we've
Sort
got
of
to go
the
back
Duke
to
and
where we
Queen are in
started.
the centre of the room, but yeah, at the far rear wall there was a ladder leading up. It basically seemed like Micaiah and Lena were very much protecting or defending that ladder.
Yeah.
What you don't know is who's up there or where the majority of the city folk have gone and those sorts of things.
Yeah.
That
I was
is
just thinking
something
that
to be discussed.
Dargon, if he's hearing this, knows very much what it was like the last time being near one. Probably the split second, that this is happening, is thinking, my God, is he going to blow up and take this tower down? So, there's not really much decision being made at that point, apart from because it's literally as it's happening, and probably not going to do anything until we see.
Okay, so there is the Albert link for you all to join. I've just updated Feltag's token accordingly. And yes, I think there are a few things to describe when we get the map up. But while we're waiting for that,
I'm just
hello to
wondering about how
everybody
long
who
we're
is
gonna
watching
have.
us
Well,
on
so
Twitch. Yes, well there is that. So there we go, we can zoom right in if you wish. And in fact, do me a favour and zoom right in on the Stillman, please. So, as you all come charging down the stairs, you see a somewhat familiar figure stood over the unconscious form of Feltag. There is a huge crack down the centre of Feltag's armour, and you can see a pulsing blue glow currently. Bothrid is somewhat recognisable, or at least you can assume it's Bothrid. There is currently a saber-toothed tiger stood in the centre of this room, but with that familiar lightning-like brand tattoo, fur marking, if you like, on one of the shoulders, and just snarling. The Stillman is not in the attire you are accustomed to seeing him in. And in fact, his demeanour has changed dramatically. All of this being witnessed in the mere milliseconds that as you come running down the stairs. So the Stillman is sort of armed in this now black and red leather armour. The sword in his hand somewhat recognisable to you, and at least the ruby gem and the black of the blade is. The blade itself looks a lot more malevolent. It is grown in size. The handle itself has become more elongated. The hilt more malevolent. The blade is now curved slightly with a distinct point in its end. And look at that for timing. Fantastic. Welcome to the stream, sir. So the Stillman has the Blood Moon blade, but the Blood Moon blade has changed dramatically.
He's fed that more than I did, didn't he?
Absolutely. The Stillman's scales have begun to turn red, and actually his draconic dragonborn snout has begun to become a lot more short, stunted almost. He is changing, he's transforming. His eyes are now an orangey red as opposed to the bright green that they were before. And so we begin tonight's episode with that description, and I think we know what's going to happen here. I need everybody to roll some initiative, please.
Okay.
I'm feeling good about this one.
I rolled the grog dice this first and got a natural 20, so let's see what I get on the initiative on the second one.
19.
Balls.
So I've got some characters to load up.
I'm glad it's only the Stillman, though. I did think there was going to be about 85 people down the stairs as we were going.
Yeah, but also kind of makes me worried about the Stillman.
Yeah, because now it looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, and he's also probably going to, like, you know, on his first action or legendary action, just, like, summon half a dozen fire elementals or something stupid.
Well, I'm definitely not going to go nowhere near his stabby stick. I'll be doing fuck all for Nylin tonight, I'll tell you that. I'll be not listening to it.
What about your stabby stick, my dear sir?
Stab him, fuck you.
Stab him, what are you doing?
It's a hard no.
Okay, we're going to have to do this the hard way tonight.
Oh, Danny. Oh no, they're probably going downstairs, aren't they? I was thinking, you know, can you go to that parapet on the left-hand side and just fire from there? But I think they're the stairs going down.
So then, I need some initiative rolls, please.
A weather.
19.
Hang on, Dargon was 11.
Yep.
Ander,
19.
19. Kirik, give him a moment.
17. It would work if I had my mic on.
Hey.
17 for Kirik. And 19 for Lena. What's your dexterity modifier, Ander?
It is
Or what's your dexterity score, actually?
18.
18. So Lena is actually going to come above you there. And then Micaiah gets a 25 with a natural 20.
Was that Bothra again, that?
No, that was Micaiah. Bothrid is got advantage. Let's just mute those dice being rolled. Gets a 16. Okay, so the order will then be Micaiah, Lena, and Kirik, Bothrid. Excellent, then now we've done that setup and I shout into the mic there, we're going to start straight away as you all come running down the stairs and see this before you, and you can hear that subtle hum, and the spark inside of Feltag is just pulsing at this point. You know that you have maybe a minute before Feltag goes postal, goes nuclear.
Oh, 10 rounds, easy.
So that should
Nailed it.
10 rounds before Feltag goes. So with that, Micaiah is just going to run straight down the stairs. He's going to see the Stillman. He's going to assume that is the enemy and not Bothrid, having met Bothrid before, and is going to fire twice with her longbow. First one being a 29 to hit, the second one being a 25 to hit. Both of those are going to hit, I believe. Yep, both of those are going to hit. So we're going to do some quick damage. Max damage on the first. Max damage on the second. Welcome to the party, Micaiah. So that is
After a good start.
32 points of damage to the Stillman. These two arrows just into the back, or into his back, sort of in both shoulders, as he just sort of grunts. Now it's going to be Micaiah's go, as we are then straight round to Lena. We'll get all of mine out of the way first. Lena is going to attempt to cast. Wow, we used a lot of spell slots last week.
Yup.
Telling me.
I got to scroll very far up. Very, very far up. Oh dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. Nope, she wants to save that one. She is going to attempt to cast a 4th level banishment. So that's going to be a charisma
that's a good start
from the Stillman. And that is a failure. However, Stillman's going to choose to save.
Because he's a prick.
With one of his legendary resistances.
One down.
So as Lena comes down and just sort of clicks her fingers, the Stillman is just going to crack his neck and shrug it off. That is going to be Lena's go. We are then over to Ander. What would you like to do, sir?
I want the Stillman as far away from me and everyone else as possible, so I will go straight in whilst strumming on my guitar to give him disadvantage on the save. Dissonant Whispers, please.
Dissonant
Wisdom 18 save.
Disadvantage on the save.
Yes, please.
Can't get much worse than that. So it would have been a 16 plus stuff on the second. The first one, however, was a natural one. So again, second legendary resistance. I'm just going to choose to save.
Oh! I was gloating then when you did that.
As Ander
Fuck.
would be. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Anything
That's
else
that,
on your
isn't it?
turn then, sir?
I will move over here.
Okay. I should
Do
say
I hear
all the
anything coming
piles
up
of
the
blood
stairs?
you can currently see on the map are accurate. Make me a perception check, please.
25.
25. You would hear movement down the bottom of the stairs. You can hear strange snarling sounds, but also a strange sort of, almost like the breeze. It's just almost like the sound of wind moving throughout. And I believe action, bonus action, and movement, that is you.
Alright, thank you.
Good stuff. So next up is Kirik. What would you like to do, sir?
Oh boy. I missed what is going on with Feltag. Sorry. Is he...
Feltag
He's
is
about to blow
out.
up.
He has failed all of his death saving throws. He rolled a natural 1 on one of those death saving throws as well.
Oh, no.
So all throughout your combat, this was going on. We are now to the point where you've got a saber-toothed tiger in Bothrid, currently out and battling away with the Stillman. Feltag is down. There is a huge great crack or rent in his armour and the metallic flesh that he has. And you can just see this pulsing blue light. It's almost sparking, in fact.
Could I
And the
attempt
sound
to
of that.
discern... Could I attempt to discern how long he might have been killed? Even just by looking at him, or by, like... Because we started hearing that when we were at the top, so, like, how long it took us to get down here.
Oh, it's not taking you very long to get down here. This is literally the next level down. It would have taken you seconds as you just charge down the stairs. So you can work out that Feltag has probably been down and dead. Bear in mind when you started to hear the sound. Definitely less than a minute. Probably around 20-30 seconds-ish. It's a very short flight of stairs, this one.
Okay, 30 seconds. Cool.
And I think we were also given a bit of a hint while you were away that we have like a
You've
minute
got
before he goes
about
nuclear.
a minute. Yeah. Well, maximum of a minute before he explodes.
Great. We are going to... okay, so... Cool. Bonus action. I am going to grab onto my holy symbol, and I am going to use my Harness Divine Power to gain a 3rd level spell slot back.
Nice.
Because I need all the help I can get right now.
It's not often we see that one.
True.
And what? He has taken damage, so there is that. That's a bonus action as well. I am going to... Okay, I'm going to take the turn to do that. I'm going to cast Eyes of the Grave, because I want to make sure.
Okay, and the range on Eyes of the Grave is...
60 feet.
Okay. It's strange this time. Whereas usually you would see sort of this glowing beacon, or at least this aura around creatures that are undead. Around the Stillman, it's almost like there is something of an undeathly undeathly aura around him. Fuck's sake. Or there's a hint of undeath about him, but he is not what you would recognise as undead.
Interesting.
There is something very, very bizarre around this. It makes you very uneasy as well. Or it would make you very uneasy.
I will turn around and I will say to Dargon, just be careful when you're around him. And I'm going to... Oh, and why did you go that way?
Saucer. It makes sense in a minute.
I'm going to move away. Well, I'm going to, like, take the hint from Amanda, and I'm going to actually, like, flank him. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
What is that? I
Nope,
realised
I am
something as
going
well.
to...
Bothrid is not in saber-toothed tiger form. He has actually been knocked down to size. So I'll quickly do that.
I'm going to stay
What else was
there. Shield up.
fantastic. So you've got your shield up. Bothrid is on 101 hit points, by the way, Dave.
Yep. On it.
Okay. End of your turn then, Kirik? You're just there, shield up,
Indeed.
waiting. Okay.
Yep.
Bothrid's turn then. Bothrid has already been raging, so I'm going to keep that going. He's just been knocked back down to size, so you're going to see him stand up. And he is going to, as he stands up, using half his movement, having knocked prone and out of beast form, he's going to pick up the double-bladed quarterstaff as he stands and is just going to recklessly attack, which is probably not a good idea, Bothrid, but it's Bothrid, so here we go. Recklessly attack, and we're going to do this using the dice tower because I like it far too much. Thanks again, Dad. So that is a unnatural 20 to hit on the first one, or that will do better. That is a 26 to hit with the first one. And then we'll do the second one as well.
I'm glad
It's
26
19 on
hits.
the dice. It's 29.
If it didn't, I'd be going down them
8,
stairs.
23.
Yeah, very much so.
So they are both going to hit. So he is going to do one of them. One of them. So that's 19 points of slashing damage. We will do the little bonus one as well. That's a natural 20.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's only on the bonus one, so we just get a 2d4 this one. So 19 plus 4. 23 points of slashing damage to the Stillman.
How do you want to do this?
And he is bloodied.
You'll be lucky. Excellent. Okay, and then we are over to Dargon.
Okie dokie. I give a nod to Kirik just before he leaves. Grab Timur's Wrath with both hands, and I will move forwards. So I shall go. Ooh, I'll find my mouse. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Up next to Stillman. And I will attack the Stillman 3 times.
Okay.
So the first one is cocked. That got caught. Let's try that again. What is that? That is can't do math. 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Okay. Second one is more than that. 14 plus 27, and that's a natural 20 for the last one.
There
Nice.
you go.
That's your dice, Matt. Oh yes, thank you. So that is all of. I'm just rolling 1d10 per. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool.
It is not a fiend.
That was literally the worst roll I could possibly do, bar 1. That was 1, 1, and a 2. So that is.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh.
5 points of damage.
And I did. Well,
Fucking hell.
I did say that the same dice for yours was going to be that one. So that is. What was that?
Don't forget to double that too.
I know. You threw me off there. 4, 5, 6. Great. 6 plus what is that? 24.
6
Hang on.
points.
6 plus 24. 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage.
Oh, and then bonus action. I will smack my hand. Take a hand off Timur's Wrath. Smack it on my where I know that my tattoo is, and then slam it onto Feltag. And attempt to use Healing Light on Feltag, not knowing what has happened.
So as you attempt to cast healing, you hit 3 times, and with that final strike you reach a hand down and just try and pulse some holy energy into Feltag. It just dissipates over him, and as that final slice hits, the armour that the Stillman wears pulses, and you are blasted back 15 feet.
Hey, morning, Vikal.
Oh. I'm glad you did that, because I was going to do Cure Wounds on Feltag, so I know that's a bad idea.
I basically haven't used Healing Light for a while. Knew it was fairly pointless, but wanted to make sure that I did something to be sure. Yeah, that'll be my go. Action, movement, and all that jazz.
Fantastic. It is then the Stillman's go. He is not happy.
I mean, he was a miserable bugger anyway, wasn't he?
He was indeed. He is going to turn to you, Dargon. Why could you not just stay away? He's going to reach a hand towards you, and this wave of energy is going to wash over you. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh. That doesn't sound good.
Doing these at advantage, am I? Okay. Oof. 18.
Is not enough.
It wasn't going to be.
I need a lot.
Yeah.
1,
I don't have Indomitable
Oh, no.
2.
or Inspiration or anything. It's a bad roll. Need to move them out of the way. It's causing me issues there.
How many do I
Just
need?
roll that again. Well, just warm the dice again. Ugh. Ugh.
14, 21, 29, 30, plus 38, 39,
This is a lot.
45 points of necrotic damage as
Ouch.
you would just feel all vitality almost drained from you. Cool. That's that one.
Can I use my reaction of Stone's Endurance to reduce that, please?
Nice.
Yes.
Did I recognize that spell as a cleric?
You would. Funnily
Reduce it
enough,
by
that was
7.
the blight spell.
So
I thought so. I just wanted Kirik to make sure.
Give you that one for free.
So yeah, reduce that by 7 points. So yeah, I'm looking shitty.
Excellent.
No, not excellent, man. Not excellent at all.
The complete opposite.
I think you'll find.
The Stillman, as a bonus action, is then going to, you notice he sort of almost stamps his foot on the floor with these boots that he wears, and is going to bamf up to there, and is now turning and facing Micaiah and Lena.
You didn't. You did not. You did
You
not
need to-
actually get your delivery. Oh,
I've got a beer delivery.
That's terrible. That's
Yeah.
horrendous. Sorry.
Your wife is a saint.
I'll get an invoice for it later.
Yeah, you will.
So there we go, and we begin the next round then with Micaiah just...
Hey guys, we left them undefended.
Fairly aware of that.
Yeah, that went well.
It's too late now.
What have we got?
Whoops.
You would notice that Micaiah, as a bonus action, just speaks a word and her skin begins to appear like bark, and sort of leaves begin to sprout in her hair as she casts Guardian of Nature.
What the hell is that?
So
I don't know,
Guardian
I
of
need to
Nature, I
learn
will
this
read
one.
you this spell, because there's two things she could have chosen. She's chosen to use the Great Tree ability. She's going to gain 10 temporary hit points. Any Constitution saving throws will be made with advantage. Dexterity and Wisdom-based attack rolls are made with advantage. And while she is on the ground, all ground
So that's
within
finesse
15 feet of
weapons
her
and-
is now difficult terrain. Well, it's also her bow, because that is a ranged weapon and therefore a dexterity-based attack.
Nice. So she's
Nice.
going to-
So-
Can I
she's
learn
going
this
to group.
spell, or is it
I was
a
going to
ranger
say Amanda
spell?
wants this spell now.
So for anybody who's wondering, because it is a really, really cool spell,
ranger
it is
spell?
a ranger spell, and it is a 4th level transmutation spell. However, in fact, no, that has been cast at 4th level. So 10 temporary hit points, Constitution saving throws with advantage
like.
now. Let's just pin that. And then, as that was a bonus action, she is then going to take her 2 bow attacks, but this time with advantage. So down the dice tower we go. First one, that was an 18 on the die, so that's going to be 18 plus 15, that's going to hit regardless. And that was an 18 again, so the first one's definitely going to hit. Second one is an 18 again. Fucking love this dice. And an 8. So, okay, so both of those are going to hit regardless. It's going to be one of them. Oh, that was a bad damage die that time. So that was 19 points of piercing damage as 2 more arrows blossom into the Stillman's chest. And that will be Micaiah's go. We are then over to Lena, who is not happy that her banishment failed. Rapidly running out of spell slots. Rapidly running out of spell slots.
I mean, you're just rubbing it in, that. It's a Kirik, really, saying that.
I think Lena's probably in a similar situation right now. Okay.
I mean, I don't need a inside check to see it. I can see it on someone's face.
Okay. Lena is just going to speak a word. That word being in Sylvan, drop. She cast command.
Drop it. Drop
It's
it.
going to be a wisdom.
Anybody drops
saving
his
throw.
trousers, not the sword, probably.
What is that? Wisdom. I don't believe that's enough. So that is a third legendary resistance.
How many's he got?
As he chooses to succeed. So then, what have we got for bonus actions? Yep, that'll do, Lena. Over to Ander then, sir.
I will, now he's facing the other way, try and shoot him in the back of the head with an arrow. So I will bonus action steady aim. I will pull out one of my +2 arrows because I'm feeling frisky. With so I'll get advantage on this. Good, because that was shite to start off with. Try again. Come on. Is it a 20? No, but it is a 28 to hit. And then piercing damage of, that was shit, add 2 to it, 10 piercing damage, sneak attack damage of a lot, too many ones, 12.
10 in total, yeah,
then,
first.
Yeah, and then the D4 of another 1. A lot of ones in them.
So
I'll
how
do
much
that.
was that? That was 10 piercing damage. How much sneak attack? 12.
12 and then 1 on the D4.
So 13 additional damage. Excellent.
And that's me because I've used my
Do
bonus
some
action
maths.
so I can't move.
Let's do some maths, given he was in a battle before. Oh, would you look at that? The Stillman is now bloodied.
Yeah.
Fuck you terrapin turtle.
He's the last thing that
Tortoise, sorry. It's a land creature.
There we go. Anything else on your turn, sir?
No, that's me.
Okay,
Oh,
over to
smug.
Kirik then.
Kirik, kind of seeing this situation, the tattoos underneath my armor are going to glow, as I'm going to use Strength of the Sticks once again.
Make my monsters grow!
As a bonus action to go into large. And I'm going to run this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Kind of standing between Bothridge, Feltag, and the creature, Stillman. And as I'm running, I am reaching into my bag. I'm taking out a smallish yet precious diamond. I am crushing it on my hand, slapping it on top of Feltag, and I'm going to cast Revivify, please.
Revivify. And remind me of the casting time of that.
It
Instantaneous.
is 1 action.
1 action, instantaneous, and Feltag has not been dead long enough. So Feltag returns to life, for his eyes flash open with 1 hit point, I believe.
Indeed. And he is prone currently.
He is prone, so
And as-
we can get Feltag's character sheet.
As his eyes open up, I'm just going to say, we're not leaving you behind again. I'm going to turn towards the Stillman, shield up, and ready for whatever might come.
That was pretty sweet.
Okay. That was a pretty sweet turn. So Feltag is currently prone, his eyes flash open, just...
One spell slot, let's go.
Still alive with 1 HP.
You're just going to have to headbutt people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stillman's not happy about that. Bothrid then
Well, I'm sure.
is still raging, and however is going to drop the double-bladed quarterstaff on the floor, take a step to the right, take 2 steps to the right even, and the javelin of lightning is coming off his back, and which I believe, if he attacks recklessly, he can still do with disadvantage. First attack, using strength. Doesn't use strength for that, so ignore that. So it will not be a reckless attack, it will just be a straight attack. Better be good. So 19 to hit. Which is gonna hit.
Yes.
So Stillman's armor class is dog shit. And exactly that, as Bothrid lets this javelin go and just screams a word in Druidic. The javelin just turns into this bolt of lightning. Now, javelin of lightning. So, need a dexterity saving throw from the Stillman. Ooh, this could be tasty. Dexterity saving throw of 11, so he's going to use his final legendary resistance to save.
He's rolling bad.
Oh wait, can we excuse all the spells?
It was a
So
good
that
spell.
will be half as much damage. Hang on, each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. Oh no, ignore me, I don't need to do that for them, because it's a ranged weapon attack. If it hits, it's just the damage. Read your character sheets, people. So that is going to be 1d6 plus 4. So 5 plus an additional 4d6 lightning damage. Let's get 4d6 out then.
Nice.
So he still has.
That's a 6. 10.
He still have a legendary resistance.
Yeah.
13. He still has a legendary resistance. 13.
Gotcha.
16 points of damage. Additionally, so that was 16 plus 5. 21 points of damage total.
I don't know why I'm asking. There's nothing I can do. Like,
Yes, but
As this
it's
javelin now.
It's in your nature. You usually would be able to do something, so you just got to wait.
exactly. Just not used to it.
Okay. Dargon.
Yarp.
Fuck him
Your turn, sir.
Okay,
Fuck him up.
Yeah.
3 natural 20s, please, Dave.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
go.
cheers. I'm sure I'll be very happy with that. Right, so I mean, after being blasted back and then shot, sort of go to my knee, slam to the, hand to the floor to recover those points. Right, you and me, and I'm gonna. Now it's now difficult terrain around Micaiah. Is that right?
So I believe with that spell, for enemies only.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20,
I've got a
25,
spell slot for that.
30, back up to there, to then show down against the Stillman. Nah, just you and me. And I will take 3 swipes. Badly. So that is 18 for the first one.
Okay, so I don't have Guardian of Nature, but I do have Guardian of Faith, which we're going to use and cut down to 15. So that is going to hit, sir.
Cool.
That's the difficult
26 and another
will hit.
18. Some
Will
bad rolls
hit.
there. So then let's try and get some better ones on this one, and that is then 34 damage.
34 total damage. Okay. Anything else on your turn, sir?
No.
Okay. In fact, why are we doing that? What do we want? because it is now the Stillman's go. The Stillman is really not happy. Really, really, really not happy. So, you are going to see the gemstone on the Blood Moon blade pulse 10 times.
Oh no.
And that will be... I'm just going to have to do this way. Yeah. That was really loud in my ear. Ow.
Just means you shouldn't roll that
The
many.
dice twitch on D&D Beyond. That is going to be 49 hit points that he recovers.
Oh, good.
Cool. And
That's quite a
then,
lot.
as his action, he is going to...
Great, that wasn't his action.
No, that was a bonus action.
Of course it was.
So, could I have a bonus
Still
action?
gonna attack.
I'd love that.
Oh god. I mean, Anna could have done. Although you would have lost the sword anyway with the deck.
Yeah. Yes. And
Now
neither
you're
would have
wishing
been
you
a
had the sword when you had the deck,
better
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Kirik's fault.
Really
He
wishing you
stole
still
it
have
from
the
me.
sword when you drew the card.
The Stillman is going to stab with the Blood Moon blade towards Dargon.
Right, right. Oh god, that's a natural 20.
That is a natural 20.
Sentinel at death's door, please.
That was a two-handed stab forward. Ignore the token where he's got the crossbow in his hand. That's just because he has two weapons, but he's only using the Blood Moon blade currently. So that is going to be 17 points of slashing damage.
I think I fucking sentinel there. Jesus. There would have been 34 right there. Plus whatever's going.
Yeah.
6 of them. First one in, so that's a 1, 3, 5, 8, 11, 15 points of necrotic damage. And he's also going to get 15 points of health back.
Oh,
As a
no.
result. As he stabs into you and twists, the blood flows along the blade into the gemstone, and you can just see the red eyes or the orange eyes of the Stillman begin to glow as the gemstone on the sword glows as well. And he's just going to stare deep into your eyes, Dargon. Yes, you can feed me now. And that will be the Stillman's go.
Fuck.
Okay. Back around to the top. Micaiah then is still concentrating and is just going to lean around Dargon and fire twice more, but gets advantage.
I think I'm on a knee at this
Oh,
point.
that's
With
not
that much
so
damage
good.
taken
That
out.
was a 19. That was a 19 maximum, which is still going to hit. That was a 4 and a 2 on the dice for the first one. 14, so that is 29 to hit. Or yeah, so both of those are going to hit for an additional. What's that? 15 plus 14, 29 points of piercing damage. And she is going to shout, a voice a little bit deeper than before, "We need to get out of here!" That will be Micaiah's go, I believe. Good, yes, that is fine. So then we are over to Lena, who is just going to turn and say, agreed. she's going to try again to cast Banishment.
Come on.
No, we'll do a 4th level. That's what we need. Charisma saving throw from the Stillman.
This works, we can run like motherfuckers.
I don't know why I rolled that twice, I didn't need to. So it was a failure, but he's going to choose to save.
Yeah.
With his final legendary resistance. So again, I'm just going to hear Lena say, "For fuck's sake! Boys, time to go!" Lena, Ander.
Right. In his head, Ander knows what he needs to do, but he is scared of that sword. So, is there a way I can roll to see how brave I'm feeling? I'm going to let the dice decide whether I do it or not.
Have you got a spell that causes... Well, you've got frightened, haven't you? Or fear or something like that. Something that causes frightened.
I
Is
could
that a
have,
wisdom
but I haven't
saving
chosen
throw
it.
for that?
Usually it's for that.
It'll be wisdom, right?
It is for that spell, yeah.
It's wisdom.
Fear, I believe, is... I'm just going to double check to see what this does. Yes, wisdom saving throw. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please, sir.
Well,
Fuck.
you're immune to being frightened, though.
I get... No, but I mean...
This,
I know what
this
I
is...
It's not a magical
You've got a
fright now,
hero's
is it? It's
feast
like...
in your... But you've got a
Yeah,
hero's
you've
feast in your belly, which hardens your resolve. You get that feeling of being a hero. So I'm actually going to agree with Kirik on this one and say...
Alright,
it's
I'll do
not
something
gonna have any
stupid then.
effect on you.
Just saying.
I
I mean,
will-
obviously you can roleplay as you want. You're just immune to being frightened.
Right, Kirik wants to see Danny do something stupid. So,
We all do.
I will
Always.
run
Because if you
up...
don't do it, I'll have to do something stupid. So.
I'll run up to the Stillman and say, grab hold of the hilt of the sword, say, remember me, and then stab the hands holding the sword of the Stillman with my moonblade.
So you are going to try and make a disarming strike. Roll to hit, please.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, no.
12 to hit, but it was a 1.
12 is not. It was a natural 1,
Yeah.
so it's going to miss anyway. So as you go to strike in, the sword hand actually just twitches out of your way, and Stillman's head is just going to snap towards you. Make me a perception check.
I guess you know him when you're frightened at this point because you just rolled natural 1.
Oh, I
right?
get a natural 20 on that bastard, didn't I?
The features of the Stillman are becoming distinctly more humanoid. You notice this.
Oh, good.
Where the flesh is turning red, they are very humanoid-like features.
That is fucked up.
Yes, it is.
Fucked up.
I'm assuming that is then your go, mate.
I've got bonus action. How far did I move? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, there's no point disengaging. Well, I could. I don't want to hold on to it now because that was an epic fail. So I will bonus action disengage there with my tail between my legs. Oh, that would have been cool. By grabbing the
would've.
sword, did anything happen to me, by the way? Not even like a tingle in my Pringle.
Nope.
Awesome.
It was too quick for anything really to have happened. You sort of grabbed it, stabbed, and it just twisted out of your grasp.
Okay.
But I like the flavour of roleplay, so if you don't already have one, take a point of inspiration, sir.
Hey.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Nice.
I'll use that immediately, probably.
I like you bringing in your own element of I would be shit scared of this, so it's good to see you guys bringing your players' feelings into this, which I like. Okay, if that is your go, we are straight over to Kirik then.
Yeah, I am going to, instead of clicking my fingers, I'm going to actually kind of just slap the shield and cast Toll the Dead on this guy.
Okay.
That is a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's a 2 on the dice, so that will be a 9.
Fails.
Plus 7 on wisdom, though. That's pretty good.
That is 27 points of necrotic damage from Toll the Dead.
Probably half.
Bell sound goes off. The Stillman just stands there as this energy just washes over him. And then
Unaffected?
necrotic energy does nothing to him.
Ooh, that's bad. That's
He's
real
a
bad.
bad motherfucker.
Yes, he
Seeing that happen, I'm going to turn to Micaiah and Lena. I'm going to say, run, we've got this. And I'm going to turn to Feltag, kind of tap him on the chest again. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on him.
Nice. Sanctuary! Where's my Sanctuary spell?
You may have overpromised with "we've got this."
Yeah. And I'm actually going to say to Feltag, don't attack anyone, run, and get the ship to work. And then turn towards the Stillman again.
Okay, I don't have a spell token for Sanctuary, so we're just going to put him in.
Boys, I am out of spell slots.
You're on cantrips from here.
Okay,
I have
so
one
that is
slot
Kirik's
left on the
go.
Staff of Healing, and that's it.
Bothrid then.
By using it, I may
Raging.
break the staff. Yep. This is the dire times right now.
You just have to use it as a hitty stick instead.
I don't know. Doggone looks pretty bad. You might need some healing in a second.
The other stuff is I look pretty bad on 53 hit
just-
points. You know?
Yeah.
Bothrid's going to
that can all
dash
go in
over
the
here, pick up the double-bladed quarterstaff. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 next to Dargon, and reckless attack on the Stillman. Natural 20 with the first one.
There you go.
Come on.
You beautiful
Yes.
thing.
I got 2 19s on the second roll, so that's a 29 to hit. So let's do that first. So we
Shame
need
that wasn't Feltag.
4 of those.
Yeah.
4 of those motherfuckers.
The one fell tag
In fact, I do need
fighting
more
though.
six. So that'll be 2, 3.
That's alright, Pearl. Just
4, 8,
climb over.
12.
Do you
15,
own the cat, or are you an inanimate
25.
object to this cat?
Oh, I'm clearly a statue. I'm a means to an end. On many occasions.
You're like a. She treats you like a pigeon treats a statue in Trafalgar Square.
Yeah, just sit there and just poops on my shoulders.
At
Like.
least you didn't shit on his shoulder, that's the important thing. So that was 25 points of initial slashing damage from the first 2 strikes, and then he's going to use his
beautiful.
reckless to stab in with the bonus, which is a 23 to hit. That's going to hit as well, so I just need one of them. That's going to be an additional 4 points.
Nice. Now he's looking double bloodied.
Well, he did gain a lot of hit points.
He did.
That will be Bothrid's go. Dargon.
Guys, I've got him. Get upstairs. 3 attacks at the Stillman.
3 attacks. Go for it.
12 22 to hit.
Yes.
Ooh, 17.
Is the magic number.
Ooh, that's a bad roll.
Nice.
I'm going to roll a different dice.
Get that natural 20, boy.
Oh, bloody hell, I've rolled the same again, so 17.
There
It's
we go.
a-
It's a hit, so 3 hits.
Yeah, 3 hits. Come on, better roll on the dice. Oh my god, they are all horrendous. Good lord almighty. It's another 30 points only.
30 points of damage. Excellent. Anything
Right,
else
so-
on your turn, sir?
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm going to give myself some healing light.
The best.
Yes, nice.
Oh my god, why? Why? Just why? 2 points. Why? Just why?
Oh dear, Dalgon.
Oh my god.
Okay. If that is your go, it is then the Stillman's go as a bonus action. Again, that gem is going to flash 10 times.
Oh my good life.
Every
How many times
time.
can you fucking do that?
Okay.
I should have kept it. I'd have been a badass.
Let's toot sweet out of here, yeah?
44 points of health back. Then he's
all
going
your
to
damage gone.
stab
Yeah.
into Bothrid. But that's going to be at advantage.
Damn it.
So that's a 17 plus 8. Maths. 25. That's going to hit. So that is going to be a full 16 points of damage to, or slashing damage to Bothrid, which is going to be halved to 8. And then the necrotic. Just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. They're all going down the tower. That was a fair amount of 4s. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 19 points of necrotic damage, which is going to get reduced down to 10. To Bothrid. And therefore, the Stillman is going to get 10 hit points back.
What's Bothrid on now?
In fact, no, that will be the full based on that, because that's just Bothrid's damage, so that'll be an extra 9. Just Bothrid can withstand it. So Bothrid is on 83 hit points.
With that attack, I would like to Sentinel attack the Stillman,
Yes.
please. For a much better 29 to hit.
29 is going to hit.
So, that's again better 12 points of slashing damage.
12 points of slashing damage.
Oh, by the way, I'm so bloodied. I need to do that on the map.
Are you bloodied as well, are you?
Very, very bloodied.
Oh, yes. Okay then, Feltag. So that will be the Stillman's turn. Will it? No, he's used his bonus action, used his action. Okay, Feltag, where are you? You big bugger. With your 1 hit point and Sanctuary on you. 30 feet, he is going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Bothrid's up the stairs. Bothrid, Feltag's up the stairs.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
Feltag's on
Someone
his
go
way
with
up.
him.
Well, we are then around to Micaiah, who is just going to turn to Lena. They want you. Go. We will hold them off. Micaiah is going to... What's Lena at? What's Lena at? No, Micaiah's just going to advantage 2 arrows, which I'm not sure can miss, to be totally honest.
It can be a natural 20.
29 or a 3 on the dice, which would be an 18. So that, yeah, the first one's going to hit. Second one, 30 to hit.
Plus 15, I forgot about that.
So 2 of those, both of those are going to hit. So that's going to be 9 plus 10, 19 points of piercing damage into the Stillman. And Micaiah is going to take one step back. In doing so. And then sort of just nudge Lena out of the way. Okay, Lena is going to take a look around. She's going to look at Micaiah, take Micaiah's face in her hands, whisper, "I love you." She's going to kiss her. And even though it's a good 6-second passionate kiss, and with it, there will then be a, when I can find the right spell.
In action movies, there's always time for a love interest kiss before something blows up.
It's that slow motion moment where the cameras are going round and there's spells and arrows flying just as Lena and Micaiah come together for that kiss.
It's the third Pirates of the Caribbean wedding scene.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly what I was thinking of.
Oh, just kiss. You may kiss.
Oh, just kiss.
Lena is going to cast with that as she breathes "I love you" a 5th level healing word on Micaiah.
That's a way to cast it.
And his new favourite way of casting Cure Wounds.
And I'm not casting healing word like that ever. Sorry.
That is 16 points of health back.
Just open mouth kiss Ander, and then like, go, wow, wow, and then horny
Lena is then
radiant
gonna
light emanates out.
And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That is Lena out here. She's not outside the... if anybody zooms out on the map, she's just up the stairs. She's not like hovering out over the terrain. That is Lena's go. So let's just make sure... I've lost my pen. Of all the things to fucking lose as a DM, the pen is not one. So, out of the fight. Out of the fight. So that's Lena's go. Ander, over to you.
I will go 5, 10, look the Stillman right in the eye and say, "I will happily violate your corpse," as that is my unsettling words as my bonus action. So then he has to subtract a 1d8 from my Dissonant Whispers Wisdom 18 saving throw. Keep your shit together, guys. This is serious.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, so that is what? And you say I need a D8 subtracted, yeah?
Yes, please.
That's an unnatural 20.
Ooh, mother of God.
So basically, I just said I was going to violate his corpse and then do absolutely nothing afterwards.
You have
As I attempt Dissonant Whispers, and fuck all happens. Magic.
Not quite the magic you wanted, but it was still some magic.
Nah, I've used all my turns as well. I could move a little bit more,
then.
but I'll stay there.
Kirik.
I am currently too big to go up those stairs, so 5, 10, 15. I will stay there for now, and I am going to look at the good old Stillman, and realizing that he likes necrotic energy, I kind of smirk and see if he likes radiant energy. I'm going to cast a Sacred Flame on him.
Up the butt.
Okay.
As I just raise my hand. That is a Dex saving throw.
Fist him and cast Sacred Flame.
Definitely not that.
That is an unnatural 20.
He is a dick.
No
Can we
damage
cast a
because
vote
cantrip
to
on
see
it.
if Matt changes dice, please?
That is...
I am not changing
That
that
is-
dice. I love that dice.
damage.
No damage. Is this... do you throw it, or is it radiance that envelops them?
No, his radiance that envelops him.
So this sort of dark aura radiates around him for a second, and he's just going to put on that smug, fuck you, arsehole grin. That will be Kirik's go. Bothrid then is not stepping out of this fucking fight. Double blade quarterstaff. Recklessly, that's a 16, 26, or a 15, so 26 to hit. The second one is a 23 or a 17 to hit, so 23. So the first two are going to hit. So we want. Whoa, I can't pick them up. 2 of them. 4 of them. So is that 4, 3, 6, 9, 13, 23 points of slashing damage to the Stillman. And then we'll see if the additional little bonus stab connects. That is a 24 or a 14, so 24, so that's just going to be one of them for an additional 3 points of damage. Excellent. That is going to be Bothrid's go. Dargon.
I turned to the rest of them, Bothrid, Andor, and Kirik, and said, "I said I've got him. Get out of here." And 3 more attacks. Hopefully something better this time. 23, 26. Oh, so close. 32. Oh, that was so close. So that is better. Um, 36 points of slashing damage.
36 points of slashing damage. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, another healing light.
Another healing light.
That's better. 5.
Okay, it's Stillman's turn.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh no, he's reading. It's going to be something new.
Yeah, just reading. Okay, as a bonus action, I'll cast that then. The Stillman is also going to speak a word. He's going to get 22 points of health back. He casts a word. And then he's going to stab. He's going to stab at Bothrid because he gets advantage. It will be maths. A 19 to hit, which is exactly on the money for Bothrid. So that is going to be 1d10. I need a d10. Fucking dice I've got on this tray. That's a full 10 points of damage plus the 8, so it's 18 points reduced to 6. 9. 9 points of damage to Bothrid, and then the additional. Where are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of necrotic damage reduced to 9, but a full 17 points of healing. To the Stillman, Bothrid is on 65 hit points.
Oh dear.
And Okay, that will do. And we are then over to Micaiah, who is just going to say to you boys, going to whisper, "Good luck, boys. I have to protect her." And she is going to go. 5, 10... Yep, she's off. So we'll just get rid of that now, because we don't need it. And Micaiah's out of the fight as well. She dashes up the stairs. Ander.
Last chance. Here we go. I thought I can double whammy it. I can bonus action unsettling words, which is, I will say, I will eat your heart, and then I will strum on the loot, which is by my side. So then he will have to just subtract a D8, and he gets disadvantage on my last chance at dissonant whispers, please.
And that's a what saving throw?
18.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Succeeds with, I rolled a 15 on the dice, which would have then been a 22 minus 2, so non-natural 20.
Oh my god!
What a 50, bloody hell, what was the other one?
16.
What a...
Bloody hell.
Right.
Love
I
this
thought
stuff.
I'd nailed it that time as well.
I thought you got that. That was good. That was good. Get out of here.
I don't know what to do now. I will take Dargon's advice. Oh no, I'll get an opportunity attack when I use my bonus action. Can I...
Your
No, I
choice.
can't charge him, that's an action really. I can't disengage because I've used my bonus action. But he's going to attack me on the next
You're
go.
getting out of the fight. Bearing in mind your hit point
Yes.
situation, what do you want to do?
Move to there.
Okay, so you just hop over the banister, looking at Dargon, looking at the Stillman, thinking, I want to go, but I'm not sure yet.
In my head, Bad Boys for Life is playing. As I look at Dargon like, ride or die, motherfucker.
Okay.
I look at you like, why the fuck aren't you running?
I'm going bear boys, and Dargon's like, fuck off!
Kirik.
I am going
Pick all three of us under his
to
arm
take
and run out like...
take the kind of deactivate my strength of the sticks, and I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep.
And still shoot a sacred flame towards him. Try again. Firstly, don't succeed. Dex save, please.
17, sorry. Maths, that was simple.
That is a fail.
Yes.
There we go.
That one just jumped off. That is going to be 13 plus 5. 18 points of radiant damage onto him.
2 points of radiant damage, which it does.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Anything
I
else on your
will
turn?
stay. I'll stay there. Still waiting for my friends to
Okay.
leave.
The Stillman is going to use a legendary action.
Oh, good.
And is going to
Still has those.
stab Bothrid. With advantage, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's not so good. That is a 17 to hit, which is going to actually miss. There we go. So
Now,
it is then...
makes an attack. And a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you. So it doesn't have to hit. So I believe I could use my sentinel attack on the Stillman.
You can.
That's my reaction. Go on, but let's see what happens. The dirty 20 to hit.
Yes.
And so that is an awful 9 points of slashing damage. My goodness me. I'm just going to throw all my d10s away.
9 points of slashing damage. Okay. It is then Bothrid's turn. Bothrid, seeing the situation still in a rage, is going to use an action to shove Ander up the stairs.
Nice.
Makes sense.
So, let me just double check this. Where are we? Can't find it, can't find it, can't find it. There we go. Okay, so this is going to count as one of his attacks. Now, are you resisting this, Ander?
I was planning to leave anyway, but I was going to use disengage to not get an opportunity attack. So I want to leave. So if he's going to hurry me along, I'll go with it.
In which case, I'm not going to bother making the strength check. He is going to shove you and push you 5 feet further up the stairs. As he then sort of moves into that square, and then he's going to use his final attack.
Hope I don't twist my ankle.
That's not good. My dice is failing me. That was a natural 1 and then a 6. So that is a 16 to hit with a reckless attack, which will not hit.
He shoved you.
Shit. Shit. Okay, that's Bothrid's go because he's not actually hit with anything, so he can't use his bonus. Dargon. In fact, no. Legendary action.
Oh, of course.
This one's going to be for Dargon. Don't think it's going to hit. It's going to be an 18.
Wipes off Timiel's wrath.
Yeah, you just catch it on the blade. Parry it away. Okay, Dargon, over to you.
Seeing that everyone's running past apart from Bothrid, seeing what he's doing, I will just point to Bothrid just very specifically. He's like, that does mean you. Now, go. And 3 attacks. So close. 19 plus stuff. 16 plus stuff.
Gonna hit. That one... yeah, they'll both hit.
Oh, the last one doesn't. With a 15.
No. So 2 of those are going to hit.
Okay. So that is... there is... 25 points of slashing damage.
25 points of slashing damage. Anything else on your turn?
No. Yes, bonus action, last one, healing light, bit of that.
Okay.
So that is the final 5 points. There we go.
Going to be another legendary action, this time against Bothrid. I still don't think that's going to hit. That is a 17 to hit, which is going to miss. So he's just going to try and strike at Bothrid. Bothrid's just going to duck out the way. Bothrid is bloodied, haggard, not looking great, but is still managing to survive it. Bothrid and Dargon both on equal hit points at this stage. On the Stillman's turn, then, he is just going to hit a gemstone, which you now notice there are tiny little gemstones sort of inlaid around the breastplate, of if you call it breastplate, the breast area of this armour that he wears, and that's just going to glow, and he is going to cast heal on himself.
Oh, get the fuck out.
Yeah, wonderful.
So that's going to be that much.
75 or something
70.
stupid.
That is 70 hit
Because-
points. 70 hit points.
He gets back.
Yeah.
That he gets back.
Yeah.
He can fuck off, mate. That's some bullshit.
I have that spell. Just those
It's all
slots.
here. It's all here in front of me. That will be his go, I believe.
Seems he's not blooded anymore.
Oh no, he's still bloodied.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be his go. So we'll then back up to the top to Ander.
So I will be making my way up the stairs. As I get to the top of the stairs, I will turn and try and do an incapacitating arrow strike through Dagon and Bothrid into his. Can I see for a start or not?
You're going to get. It's going to be a
I've got high
shot
ground, I
with
suppose.
disadvantage. It's going to be a shot with
I'll use my
disadvantage.
inspiration then to make it a normal roll, and then
It's over
aiming
under.
for his
Yeah,
kneecap.
high ground.
I've just got Anakin floating in lava in my head. Right, so I'm going to do it
Don't try it.
at his kneecap, so hopefully he cannot then follow us.
Okay.
With a 25 to hit,
Yeah.
What was the roll on the dice, please?
a 13.
Okay. You are going to strike into the thigh just above the kneecap. Roll damage for me.
That'll do me. That is a 12 to hit, and I get sneak attack because he's next to you
So
two.
12 damage.
Sneak attack of 12 as well.
Okay.
And then
Get your
I
additional
will.
D4.
Trust the
Oh yeah. Maybe that helps.
D4.
3.
A 3. It's better than your usual ones, mate.
Yeah, and then I will disappear off screen because obviously I'm on the next level then, ain't I?
And there we go. Ander's out of the fight. So, Ander, you would, as you now turn and run back up the stairs, you can just about see Micaiah climbing up the ladder as you then dash up, and you can hear sort of shouts from above, incoherent shouts, as you leave your allies below and begin to climb the ladder, I'm assuming. I'll take silence as a yes. Okay, Kirik, over to you.
Still standing there, I'm going to shout to Bothrid, leave, and I'm going to cast another Sacred Flame at him.
Okay.
At Stillman, not Bothrid.
Not gonna like that. That is a 22.
Yeah, saves.
22 saves.
I will stay put. Because I don't want these guys to
should
get
have
a nat
said
20 on them.
legendary action before that, but there's going to be a legendary action against Bothrid, which is still advantage. That one's going to hit, I believe. Definitely going to hit. That is a 17 plus stuff, so that is going to hit. That will be 1d10 plus 8, so that's 14. 7 points of slashing damage to Bothrid. And then, where are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 points of necrotic. So that's 6 to Bothrid, but 12 to the Stillman.
Can I sentinel attack as he's hit Bothrid as well, please?
You can.
25 to hit, 11 damage.
11 points of damage. Okay. Who's up next then? That was Kirik's go. So we're then over to Bothrid. Bothrid is going to hear you. He is going to turn. And he is going to attempt to run away. Of course, there will be an attack of opportunity as a result. And he is fighting this within his rage, but he gets the sense. So, attack of opportunity... misses. Bothrid's going to manage to 5, 10, 15, 20. Get away from here. That is Bothrid's go. Bothrid's going to wait at the bottom of the ladder. Just looking behind him now, waiting to see what happens. As we then over to Dargon. In fact, no, do you know what? Third legendary action. Second legendary action. This attack's coming at you, Dargon.
Yeah.
That is probably not going to hit. Because that is a 14.
Sweet. Parried again. My go?
Your go then, mate.
As I parry the sword, I want to then use one of my one of my attacks to shove the Stillman prone.
Okay, that's going to be a contested
And he's got a bad leg.
strength. Contested strength, yeah?
He's got a bad leg as well.
Come on. That is big. That is big.
This is a strength. Yeah, so it's just my
Roll your strength.
24.
Come on. Don't you dare.
Stillman is shoved prone.
Yes!
So he just sort of catches it off guard.
Okay. So with that, I have attacks at advantage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Last two attacks.
Come on.
Oh, that was close. That was a 19 on the die. And that one is a 10, so that's 23. So both of those last ones hit. So that will be 20 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And I then I'll be seeing you, and I will run. And I will run upstairs.
Okay. So you can move your... Okay, so for this then, the Stillman's final attack, he is going to stand, using half his movement speed, is then going to go 5, 10, 15 over here, and is then just going to reach in and... as this stream of acid just emanates from him, I need both Kirik and Dargon, as you are running up the stairs, to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
Yeah, great. No advantage on that bad boy. That was nearly a natural one. It was a 15, so it still doesn't help.
6.
Okay. And a 6. Fan-dabby-dozy. You are going to take 18 points of acid damage. And you are now covered in that acid. And yeah, you are now covered in that acid. Both of you. So that is the Stillman's go. And then, Kirik, what do you wish to do? Sorry, you are going to take, because as it is the start of your go and you are covered in acid, you're going to take 6 points of acid damage.
Sure. What if it doesn't work though? This feel bad. That's the problem. I am going to take an action to dodge. And I will move up, but still staying behind Bothrid, so that I am the first thing that he can get to. Dargon, sorry. So that I'm the first thing he can get to. But I will move up.
Okie, so you two are just slowly backing up. So we'll say you're up the stairs. Okay, he's going to use a legendary action right at the end of your turn to cast a first level spell, which is going to be that one, which is at disadvantage because you've cast dodge. Natural 1. This ray of green-like energy just beams on past you as he uses that legendary action to cast Ray of Sickness, and just sort of hits above your head as you're now scampering up the stairs. He is then going to 5, 10. He's probably just going to catch up with you, as we'll say you've moved your 30-ish feet up. He's just going to catch up with you on his turn. He's going to make a final swing.
Disadvantage because I've dodged.
With the sword, that was a 13 on the dice, which is going to be 21 to hit.
That's my AC.
18 points of slashing damage. Sorry, I'm just trying to collect them up. 3, 7, 11, 12, 13, 15 points of necrotic damage. And then as he does so, he's going to withdraw the blade. I will see you in the future, scum. You are not worthy of the markup master. Sheathes the blade and, as a bonus action, teleports away, and we are out of combat as he bamps 15 feet down the stairs.
First things
The rest
first,
of you scramble up the ladder.
Sorry.
No, crack on.
I will grab the alchemy jug and I'm going to open the plug that says fresh
Mayonnaise.
water. The fresh water one, and I'm going to wash the acid off Dargon and myself.
Okay. In fact, saying that, before that even happens, Dargon, you are going to take 6 points of acid damage because I missed you in that run there.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then the acid would get. In fact, I think technically, because that's on your turn at the start of your turn, you Pyrrhic would take 7 points of acid damage.
That is fine. I know you're not meant to
we're
wash
out
off
of
acid
combat.
with water.
So you quickly wash off the acid. I'm going to say you both get up the ladder first because that's where you're heading, and you just upend this water over your head. The minute the both of you are up the ladder, you can see that the ropes, you're on now the roof of this tower, you can see the ropes are being held by a number of people. You can see Karstan, Gore, Feltag is already up there grabbing a rope, Brallan. They're all holding on to just 2 ropes, slowly slipping through their fingers as the ship is slowly beginning to rise. There is a rope ladder hanging down. There is still enough time for you to run up there and sort of jump on as the both of you run. sprinting now, jump onto the rope ladder and begin to climb. They just let go of the ropes, and the airship is up and away. And as you float up and up, you enter that dark cloud. You take a moment before you enter this thick, black, dark grey cloud which covers the southern part of the continent now, really. And you look down at what was once River's End. You can see the pockets of fire still burning. And in that moment, as you turn and look, as you can just spot a figure step out of the tower, there is a blinding flash. And the tower itself is shorn in two, and the top half just slides and falls down to the floor. You can see creatures scurrying all over the place. I need all three of you to make me very quick perception checks, please.
As Dargon also goes, fuck, my hand axe. 17.
Oh yeah, you chucked it out the window.
17?
Yeah, I did.
16.
21.
21.
I could
All
fly and
three
get
of
it for
you.
you.
Would turn, and you would see, crouched and hidden under cloaks, but heading out of what seems like an underground tunnel, heading towards the thick forest, which you now know where you are would be Feliad Forest. There are a significant number of people. Kirik, with your high perception check, you would notice at the head of this group there is a white-haired figure in black and green mage-like armour, a withering hand-type staff in their grasp, hurrying these people out of the tunnel, flanked by a woman with flowing brunette hair, plate armour of black and purple, a very malevolent-looking blade at her side, and a final third figure stood at the entrance to this tunnel, a dark-skinned figure, quarterstaff on their back, and they are hurrying just people out of this tunnel, and they are all running desperately now towards Feliad Forest, as the airship then is enveloped in dark, grey, thick cloud. And that is where we are going to take our break for tonight. Heyo!
Hello.
Hello.
We are back somewhat refreshed, I think, after our break. Although, I don't know about you guys, but I am still sort of warm as fuck right now. So that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
So yes, I also want to say an absolute massive thank you to the Sane Freak for your Twitch subscription. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, anybody else that's watching, if you feel like subscribing, we will love you eternally. And will quite happily have your babies, if that's what you're into. And yeah, but no, thank you all for the support. Every person that communicates in chat, everyone that reaches out to us on social media, listens to the podcast, subscribes, follows, subscribes to us on YouTube. We cannot thank you enough for your support. It is eternally, what's the word? Appreciated.
It is indeed. Thank you.
So,
Thank you very much.
following the battle, as now the airship sinks into this dark grey thick cloud, the ship takes a bit of a lurch as the speed dramatically reduces, and Charlie shouts up from the helm, "Can't see shit! Slow going from here. Good to see you, boys. Although you've looked better."
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have seen the other guys, though. Yeah.
Ander is silent at this point because what he's trying to do, as he's seeing everyone going to Feliad Forest, he's going to try and reach out to the Dryad Spirit to ask her if it's possible to watch over them or protect them while they're in the forest.
So what exactly are you saying? Speak to your face spirit.
So, allies and trusted friends are heading into your forest. They are not enemies. They mean you no harm. I need you to watch over them. We owe them.
The bargain is already struck, and by another. But your desires add weight to such a bargain. They will be cared for. They will be led to safety.
Should I know who this bargain has been struck with?
One among you is closer to our kind than they admit, or at least show freely. But that is for them to reveal.
Oh, now I'm suspicious of everyone. Thank you.
Their intentions are not ill, shall we say, or not malevolent.
Is she also this person who's made the pact of high importance and a trusted elf?
To some, she is.
Oh, I got some clues there.
And there are things going on. Nylin feels different now. You know you have a safe place here. If you need to escape, I will take care of you.
I know you will. I'll do everything to protect you from out here as well. See you soon, my love. And then if you can blow a kiss in your head, I'll do that.
You would feel the gentlest of, almost like a breeze on your cheek, but it feels like the softest of kisses on your cheek. Be safe.
And then I'll kind of snap out of it. Be back in the room with everyone else.
Good stuff. Gore at this point would wheel up, literally rolls up a barrel and sort of kicks it out onto the deck and then lifts it up. Well, I don't know about you fuckers, but this is sorely needed. Pops the lid off. Just grabs a cup that he's had on his side for a while, just looks inside. Ugh, needs must. Scoops it up. Go.
Hand it over.
And slumps down. Goes there. Feel free.
Where's is Feltag on the deck here, or is he downstairs?
You would notice that Hedam has actually sat Feltag down and is looking at it, like just not doing anything, but he's sort of got his turtle fingers just in there, sort of looking at the cracks in the armour, seeing how part of it is sort of slightly healed from your revivifying, the one hit point that he's got left, but you can see Feltag is in a bad state. There are still the odd spark coming off from inside the armour, but his eyes are open and he's just sort of sat there.
I will look at my other wardens, and then seeing that they are relatively okay, I will move up to Feltag and I will say, are you, well, will you live?
Huh. Was I ever alive? Really?
Well, they came back, so...
This thing is strange. I remember more now. Much more. Sorry. Thank you, Kirik. You saved me.
I only need what needed to be done. your time here is not done yet. I don't like seeing it like this, so I am going to cast Cure Wounds through the staff.
Hedam's going to place a hand on you and on the staff. You've done enough. I will take it from here. Rest. Recover. We are safe for now.
Probably not a bad shout. I will then nod and go back to my companions.
You'd also
Take a
notice
sleep.
Lena would dash up to Feltag as well now. Sort of. She's going to kneel down. She's going to take your hand, Kirik, and hold it for a moment and just look into your eyes with that deep sense of thank you. And even though she doesn't say it, you get that feeling from her. And then she's just going to take her hands over Feltag's chest and begins to whisper various words. As what fucking spell slots has she got left? Oh, that one. She is actually going to not. She holds her hands over for a moment and then is going to stand. And she'll look around. I cannot thank you all enough. And she's going to cast Mass Heal.
Ooh.
Wow.
What the hell was
So
that?
now, that is a 9th level spell.
Pulled that out.
Yep.
I have
Holy shit.
700 hit points to
Dish out.
distribute.
I don't need any.
So, you don't need any.
700
However,
hit
Feltag
points.
certainly
Yeah.
did 700 hit
Divvy
points.
Fuck a duck.
I can.
I'll have that one soon enough.
Calculator.
I'll get that one at some point.
I can take 142.
Hang on.
But I'll take less than
700 minus 118. So Feltag's going to go up to full hit points.
that. Nice.
So much maths. So much
And
maths.
she was like, "Oh, I'm so hurt, I can't go downstairs." Fuck off.
The biggest spell she had, she was like,
I spent my 5th level spell slot on her. Not healing
Kirik's
anyone.
like, keep your fucking hit points, you bastard.
walking away like a grumpy old man, like, well, I can't believe what you're doing.
I will resist the mass healing, the mass heal, thank you very much. And go downstairs. Creature needs to be willing. I am not.
Bothrid's going to go up to full hit points. Dargon, how many did you need?
142.
You are at full health. And doesn't anything... Kirik, do you want any hit points left?
Yeah, sure. Give me 22, just to bump it up to 100.
You only want to take 22?
Yeah, sure. Heal someone else.
Okay, where's Micaiah?
I'm slightly concerned that we're getting this, therefore not a long rest. That's the kind of thing I'm feeling.
If we don't get a long rest, I'm useless.
Oh.
Micaiah's up to full health. And her Guardian of Nature is done. And...
While everyone's being healed, can I use the dagger's ability to... Right. I can choose one kind of creature that is an enemy, and then the dagger will glow when such a creature is within 120 feet, and it resets at dawn. Can I choose... I can't do it to anything that's dragon-esque, can I? I've got to pick a specific...
What does it specifically
creature.
say on the thing? Everybody will be
Choose
up
a
to full health apart from Kirik, who's only chosen to take 22. There is additional healing points in there, Kirik, if you wish to. But
I mean, if there's a
Choose
if,
a
there's,
kind
if
of
they're going
creature.
around, then yeah,
up to full health.
great.
Blimey.
It says choose a kind of creature. So could I just say draconic creature?
No,
And it
I
would
think you
cover
would
anyone
have to
from the Stillman to
say-
Zapanir.
I think you would have to say Dragonborn or humanoid, because technically a Dragonborn is humanoid and not draconic.
But dragons are dragons.
Dragons are
They're
dragons,
beasts.
so if you wanted to do it for Zapanir, then absolutely.
I don't think the Stillman could get to us now. Although he can teleport, but he's over it. Yeah, I'll go.
Famous last words.
I'll go dragons. I'll go dragons. Every time I'm in the air, I get attacked by one. So yeah, I'll go dragons.
Okay,
Until
let's go
dawn.
dragons.
So within 120 feet, it'll glow like Lord of the Rings.
Immediately, a beacon of light on the deck of the ship.
We're all blinded.
Everywhere.
Disadvantage
Starts
on the
to
attack.
glow.
The surprise attack.
They're coming out of the clouds, man.
Anyway, just add to my notes. Excellent. Cool. You sort of commune with Shank and say, let me know when dragons are near. I can do that for Nylin. More stabbing next time, boy. Piss poor show.
Wait, you missed when I tried to stab. That's on you.
Ah, I didn't miss. Yours. Your miss. Your poor arm. Must work on your form, boy.
Well, I think a rest of some kind is at hand.
Yeah.
100%.
Dargon's already lighting a cigar.
Boys, Captain Swift from the helm shouts.
Yeah.
I know you're tired. Where the fuck are we going?
Did we say Mountaineer? One moment, please. Hold. Please hold.
The keep is probably the best place right now.
It's probably closer as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean it's going north-ish, so away from whatever the fuck this is.
True. Okay.
Yeah. Keep's good for me.
And actually, because this has previously launched from there, at least they'll expect it won't be an unidentified flying object coming back necessarily. Whereas with Mountaineer, we might get might try and shoot us down. So at least we're more likely to get a welcoming reception at the keep. Actually, although we didn't last time we went, but you know what I mean. We could. Yeah, I think that might be the best place. Yeah.
Teleporting in there, so
Yeah.
Captain, the keep, please.
Right, and we launched... can anybody see a river?
I'll look out.
I'll look out.
You see nothing but thick grey cloud.
I think it's that way.
Is there?
Very
can I
helpful,
look
Dagon.
to the sky anywhere to get my bearings with my
It's
awesome
thick
nature
grey
checks?
cloud all around
What
you,
survival
but you can
checks?
still make a survival check. It will be at disadvantage.
Oh God. 13. I've got a natural 20 and a 3 magic. 13.
Roll me a d6, please.
Oh boy.
5.
You get the feeling you need to turn around.
I get the feeling we need to turn around. I say out loud.
Captain Swift just then spins the wheel, and slowly but surely it is eerily silent up here. All you can hear is the creaking of the ropes that hold the giant red balloon, if you like, atop this, as you turn the ship around and begin to head in another direction.
Out of interest, Captain, can we get above this cloud? See the sun?
Well, it's a good question. I suppose we can try. Anybody any good at communicating with elementals?
Have you tried shouting at them?
Only on Sundays.
I don't speak their language. The
What language do they
elves that
speak?
help us. That's a very good question. They was a weird language.
Sorry, this is a question for the DM. If Kirik knows, sorry.
Oh, okay. Does anybody speak primordial?
No.
No, I could if I had a first spell slot, because I could use comprehend languages. Well, actually, hang on. I've got universal speech as a feature. Let me just see how that works.
I don't think you understand that. I mean, I can if I have a long rest.
No, they can understand me. I need to use comprehend
take a long rest,
languages
I can.
to understand them.
Bothrid is going to stand up. Or
Fucking hell. Speaks everything, this guy.
communicate. It's a fucking druid, to be fair.
That's
well, yeah.
true, that's true. That's true.
He's got the gift of the gab.
Bothrid. Where do I speak to this element? And Captain Swift is just going to point up to the balloon. Bothrid, tired but full of hit points again, is just going to slowly but surely begin to climb the rigging. And you'll just see him lean and sort of hold his hand out to the balloon, and he's just going to close his eyes. And you can see his mouth moving, but from where he is now, you can't hear him. And there is from within the balloon, there's fire, sort of. You can see the fire underneath the balloon, just sort of, and slowly but surely, you think you're ascending. And you ascend and ascend and ascend, and you can start to feel the air getting thinner. So it becomes a little bit more difficult to breathe, and its simple tasks are more arduous, but slowly but surely, eventually you can start to see the glow of light as you now raise above the cloud. There are a couple of people on board who now begin to sort of sit and sort of hold their heads as the thin air gets to them. Dargon, you are probably more accustomed to this than most.
Yeah, I'd walk about and look after people. You know, yeah, sit down, take it easy. Tiny sips of water, guys. It's all right. You'll feel okay. Sniff on this cigar. Don't light it. Just sniff it. Just walking around.
Are we able to see anything other than a big black cloud?
Literally, you can see the daylight sky, and this blanket of thick black cloud is laid out before you now for miles.
With that and the sun, can we now work out which way's north?
Make me a survival
Good.
check, please.
Shout. I will join in on that.
With advantage now, please.
Good lord, that was horrendous. 11.
Were you aiding? Sorry, Kirik, or were you rolling your own? Could you get advantage? Anyway?
My idea was. Do I get advantage as well, or
What was
just
your
a
idea?
roll?
Sorry.
my idea was for me to look out as well? But I mean, he's already rolled.
Are you
advantage,
using the
so-
sun?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll with advantage, please, for yourself.
Let's do that. Wow. That's better.
Fucking love
20.
that sound. 20. Dargon, you were just sort of too busy. You're sort of like, oh, sun, directions. Kirik, however, you sort of take a moment and you sort of look where the sun is, roughly gauge the time, and you realise you are heading in totally the wrong direction.
I will then walk to Captain Swift, so I'm not shouting and using very precious air. And I'm going to say, Captain, I don't want to say anything, but we are going south. We need to head north.
Shit, yes. Slowly then. And she's just going to sort of tilt the wheel, and slowly but surely in a longish arc, the ship will begin to make its way back around.
I'm going to brush over the fact that I'd sent her the wrong way, and I'm going to go over, and I would like to speak to Lena, please.
Okay. Lena is sat now with Micaiah, and they are both just sort of sat together, and they were having a whispered conversation, but they see you coming over, and Lena just sort of tries to brush her dress down, clear out the creases, and make herself look semi-presentable, but she is covered in blood, gore, and
no need for pleasantries. Sorry to interrupt. I know you probably want some time to process, but I just wanted to check in with you. I have contacts in the Feywild or in the Feyliad Forest, and I reached out to them to ask them to protect the city inhabitants that I see escaping as we rose up in the ship into the forest. But she told me she had already made a pact with somebody, and I'm assuming that was you. And I just wanted to check. They said that it was all done with good intentions, and she was somebody who had a strong connection with the Fey, so I automatically thought of you.
Well, I am an elf, but it was not me. She's going to turn now and look at Micaiah and just tilt her head. And Micaiah will just sort of stand, shoulder her bow. I did what I had to save our people. It's been a while since I walked the realms of the Fae, but there are some things you do not forget.
Maybe we can return there together one day. I'm due a visit.
I will not leave our people to that place.
Well, we'll have to go get them back.
That is where I head.
Was you a member of the Summer Court?
No, I am not Fae myself, other than the fact I am an elf. I just have a particular set of skills.
I will find
Stop
you.
It.
I will, instantly went Liam Neeson. Instantly.
It was the smile from Kirik. I was like, I need to keep a straight face.
Well,
my mind is a constant pit of references. So yeah.
Awesome.
Your brain works in memes. That's all it does. It just...
Literally, that's not even like that is just the truth.
So right, I'm zoning back in. I fear my journey may take me in a different direction when we land. Otherwise, I would accompany you. But my time in the Feyliad Forest is not done.
You must do what you have to do. I am bound now to go there and retrieve my kin. After all, a queen is not a queen without her subjects, her people. And I could not see you be anything less. As she looks down at Lena now. And Lena is going to stand and just say, kingdoms, cities, all mean pretty much fuck all right now. I'm just thankful that they saw fit to grant us enough power to escape. And she will clutch onto a symbol around her neck, which if anybody wants to make a perception check, they can.
Yeah, because I'd like to be just walking over at this point.
24.
A 15. 15 from you.
18.
I'm standing right next to her and I can't see it as good as you guys. Brilliant.
Well, I think with those perception checks, it's going to be more... So, sorry, it was a 15 for Ander, a 20-something for Kirik, and a what for Dargon?
18.
18. So I think with you two probably having more affinity for the divine, in the obvious natures, I just need to remember which of the deities it was.
Don't say Baal or anything like that. Maybe do. Asmodeus.
No. This particular symbol is a crescent moon that is turned upward, and it has almost a string across it. Looks like it's strung like a bow, somewhat. Kirik, you would instantly recognise this as the symbol of... And I am thinking the right one. Yeah, Sehanine. The moon.
How the fuck do you spell that?
Sehanine. Sehanine or Sehanine.
As she's saying this, clutching the symbol, I want to be just slowly walking up. I'm sorry you lost the city today. There's someone who's lost his whole family and clan. I want to see you back in that city with it being yours again. I hope we can help you fulfill that. It's tough to see so many you protect be hurt. I feel that still now. You will be back there if I have anything to do with it.
There is a favour I must ask of you boys.
Name it.
You were in a city before mine, run by a cruel, cold, heartless individual.
Bastard. Individual, yeah.
I want him dethroned. I don't care how you do it.
Not anything more than that.
We are talking about your father,
Okay.
right?
I have no father. Any father worth his salt would have come and helped his only daughter. He is nothing. Not anymore. I have my family. And she is here.
I mean, happily dethrone him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't recognise his seat. I recognise your seat. I don't recognise his. But as a man who has no father on this plane, or a man who lost his father years and years ago, just take time. Don't take him out of your life yet. Give it time. You might find it in your heart to maybe not forgive, but forget.
Regardless of my feelings, he is not worthy to sit on that throne anymore.
100%.
Couldn't agree more.
I leave the choice to you, boys. And I care not either way.
Well, all thrones will be rescinded when I take mine. But you will definitely have a place on my court. As a trusted counsel.
Smack him on the shoulder.
There was a brief glance from Lena to Micaiah, whatever you must do.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
Sorry, boys. One final thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank all of you.
It was the least we could do.
Speaking of family turbulence, you're going to be alright going back to the keep with
To see my aunt.
distiller being there. Yeah.
I
mean, it should be a welcome sight compared to your dad, surely.
I've never had any issues with my aunt. It's always been the rift between her and my father which has kept us apart.
Oh, okay. Should be happy to see you.
I hope so. As Micaiah said, it will be a fleeting visit. I cannot leave her to go and rescue my people alone.
You may be able to stock up on supplies, though, and whatever you need to make it an easier trip. That's for sure.
I'm not sure with what anymore. We left with what we were carrying.
I think it's the people you're left with that are more worthwhile than any one thing. And I give a nod to Micaiah.
You are right. Just sort of snake a hand around Micaiah, sort of pull her in for a bit of a side hug. Thank you again, boys. If you don't mind, I think we would just like to process.
Yeah, I'm going to go and sit down here and chill.
Very well.
Just before I do go and sit down, I will pass Captain Swift and say, Captain, how are you feeling? Bit dizzy?
Well, damn sight better than you, but that was not the easiest of launches. And you would now notice there is a darkened blood trail down her arm. Any wounds she did have are now closed. It was close there, Dargon. It was...
Yeah.
I almost had to make a very difficult choice.
Yeah, I don't think we know what close is anymore. We seem to be perpetually there. But I'm glad you made the choice you did. But if you ever have to make that hard choice, I'll never hold it against you, by the way.
Well, don't get me wrong, Dargon. If it's a choice between you and my crew, then it's my crew. 100%
I
of the
might
time.
hold it against you. Just put it out there.
I can always kick you off the side, Ander. That's not a problem.
Oh, you can fly now, so don't. It's not even worth it.
You can fly now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
What the fuck am I doing steering this ship for him?
Well, because you can only do it for a couple of minutes, so you crack on. Look, if you start feeling lightheaded, and I know some of the people already are, just... do you think you can descend and still carry on a course? If not, stay up here, but just saying.
I'll pilot for a
Hold
bit, if you need me to.
You are not touching this ship, apart from the railings on the side and the floor you walk on.
I mean, I'm fairly
That's fair.
fairly acclimatised to the little air. So if you do ever need to have a break, give me a shout. But I'm going to go and rest. If that's all right.
No, you're well deserved, and it's good to see you again.
Very good to see you too.
Although if you could stop sending us into diabolical areas and areas where we are this close to death, I'd much appreciate it.
Yeah, maybe don't take our advice in future.
Sorry, I didn't catch that last bit. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye.
I'm sure there's going to be many places like that in the future.
Thank you for paying for the ship, of course.
Oh yeah, we
Did
did
we pay
that.
for the ship?
Yeah, we did.
You are now, boys. You are now.
Ooh.
Yeah, babe.
Make the invoice out to Dargon.
Go.
Dargon the stupid.
How we walk past him.
He loves overpaying for things, does Dargon.
I was just going to say that Dargon turns to Andrew and just like, yeah, how much is a stack of wood? 10 platinum, right? He just walks off.
Yeah, that's it.
10 platinum for a stack of wood. It's like all the wood.
Captain Swift's just going to stand there and go.
Well, I suppose we should talk about where we go next. What's our plan? But I suppose we can do that after we rest for a bit. I am spent.
Yeah, I'm beat.
Bothrid's going to sit down next to you all and just rest the double-bladed quarterstaff on his lap.
Well, that is twice now I lose my javelin because of you buggers.
Yeah, well, I lost my hand axe and my daggers, so I'll buy you another one.
No, I joke. It is good to still be here.
You did very well.
You really well.
I mean, we're all healed. We're not all okay. We need to take some time to rest.
We do. It was
So.
a strange fight. He took by surprise. Thought him still ally. But then he stabbed Feltag 3 times. And Feltag fall. Next time I see him, I take head.
It's all yours.
You'll have to join the queue, I think.
I'll cut it off for you, though.
You try to stop me under.
No, I'll let you go first. I'll be right behind you there. I didn't say I'd be in front of you in the queue. I just said I'd be in the queue.
Okay.
Any of us want to stay awake and keep watches, or there's a ship full of people, so
I'm going to say that the alarm of everyone screaming is probably going to wake us up.
very true.
Yeah. Or if my nightlight dagger starts going, "Meow, meow, meow, meow," we know. Dragons are coming. Actually, if one of the crew members, I'm going to tell everybody that on the ship what my dagger, if it starts glowing, that's what it means. So wake me up or start rallying the troops. We tell all the
Are
important
you
people.
all just going to collapse on deck, are you?
I will go down, like, under the deck and take my
I was hoping we'd have a
sleep.
Dargon, Kirik, Bothrid, and a spoon
If you really want
in
that,
descending order.
Well, no,
I mean, you can still do that below deck. It might be more appropriate to do that below deck.
Dargon's going to stay up at the top, probably up against the back.
I'm going to have to sleep up on top of the deck if my dagger is going to be a warning symbol to everyone above deck. So I'll have to stay up.
I will go with Kirik if Kirik wants to sleep downstairs.
yes.
Okay.
As you and Bothrid do stand up and make your way downstairs, there is a room which is quite evident what it is. It is the kitchen of sorts, or at least an area where food is prepared. A single candle burns in that room, and the room is spotless. As you then sort of wander around below deck, carry on.
I was just saying to Bothrid, suppose you could cook something for the crew tomorrow, if you wanted. Not assuming you will.
Well, I think this more, what you call it, memory of the blue one who, well,
Draco.
died last time. No, when we went to get Draco, the blue one that cooked for them. They died, some elf. Mudford, but I forgot his name. I am bad.
It's alright.
I'm very tired.
Yeah. I will move to one of the like sleeping area bags or
So as you go further on, there is just like an array of hammocks, basically.
that's the word I can remember.
And the both of you just sort of crawl into a hammock, and Bothrid goes to put his double-bladed quarterstaff down, but then pulls it in and literally falls asleep with it cradled against him, not wanting to be without a weapon now.
Yep.
Is there anything you wish to do before you sleep, Kirik? Or are you just going to literally
Absolutely
collapse into a
not.
heap?
Gonna collapse 100%.
Cool. And Dargon, anything you want to do?
Nope. I will get my head down.
Okay.
I'll very briefly. I'll grab hold of Timiel's wrath. You did well today. Thank you. There.
That was
was
close,
hard.
Dargon.
Yeah, it was hard. It was difficult. I didn't like the Stillman. But he's now a bad, bad person.
There is a corruption to him which is unnatural.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yes,
I
you
want to
do.
read.
It's the blade. It's always the blade.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is from the blade. I want to
Fair.
rid Nylin of all of this crap.
One step at a time, Doug.
I'm not good with one step at a time. I want it done now.
You rush head first into this and you all die. Those mistakes have been made before, don't forget.
I
The
know.
reason I am the way I am now.
It's also the reason why I don't have a family. I'm trying
That's
to.
not true, Dargon. That's not fair on yourself.
That's what it feels like.
It's always difficult when we suffer a setback. I understand that more than most. This is just one small bump in the road. We saved who we could.
Yeah,
I will cut down those who stand in our way.
damn straight.
But do not blame yourself.
I'll try. Good night.
Good night, Dargon. Okay, and as the four of you now collapse and pass out into one of those sleeps that is so deep, so heavy that it almost feels like no time passes whatsoever, but also at the same time when you wake, it has been an eternity. And you wake not 8, but about 10 hours later. Bothrid is gone from the hammock when you wake Kirik. Dargon and Ander, as you now wake up on deck, groggily, sort of slowly feeling the soreness of the day's events, and it's been a hell of a day previously. The bridge, getting into River's End, fighting up the tower, the Shadow Court encounter, the Stillman. You can still feel the effects of those battles, the muscle soreness, the bumps, the bruises, the cuts. Nothing life-threatening, but the wound's still there. Most of your arcane energy pretty much restored, if not all of it. You look around the deck and people are just getting busy, or getting on with stuff. Brallan now helms the ship, just holding it steady. Still, the air is thin. Still guided by the sunlight, if you like. At this point, in fact, it will not be the sunlight, it's the moon now shines. It's probably the early hours of the morning. Having pretty much spent a full day in River's End, the sun itself almost setting when you fell asleep. You having slept for 10-ish hours, it's probably around... I'll say it's probably around 5 or 6 in the morning, human world time. The sun is beginning to rise, but still you see this thick blanket of dark cloud beneath you. What are we doing?
So now we've
just
had that long rest, that means the immunity to frightened and poisoned is all gone, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
As well as aid and everything else.
Yes, that means we've got some new hit points to tell me.
All the hit points have gone.
I'm on 86 hit points now. I'm nearly dead.
Yeah, sorry, that's going to take a while until I can do that again.
What am I on? 166. Which means that Bothrid will be on.
Dagon has nearly 100 more hit points than me.
Oh, I'm on 123.
Go.
Turn to page 394.
Why is that showing?
Don't even know if that's the exact line, but it'll do the job.
I've missed it so much I might just cast slow on some people on the deck.
I will have taken some time in the morning to attune to the staff, to the rod of alertness, just in case.
Yep. Okay.
And then would go up to my companions. So, did we all sleep well?
Like the dead.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Bothrid has currently got a mop and a bucket and is just getting on with chores as he usually does when he's on the ship. He's just there mopping up, swabbing the deck.
He's a good egg, isn't he? I will take up my
Sure
usual
is.
supervisory role.
I suppose we should ask ourselves where to go next. I mean,
What was I say? We're dropping everyone off at the keep. Are we gonna?
Yeah.
Are we gonna go
So-
by land to Mantinue?
I think, yeah, we've always said we want to go to Mantineer. It's holding its own, apparently, but if we could prevent happening at Mantineer what's happening here, what's happened just happened at River's End, that would be good. But I see our options as Mantineer, help Lena get the people to safety from Phaliad, but then we might get word when we get back to Glentwag that somewhere else is dying under siege that we might need to help. So it might end up being Mantineer or somewhere else.
We can't keep getting sidetracked. We have to find the final bit.
Mantineer then. Mantineer it is.
Yeah. We're gonna lose people. It hurts. But we have to save the many.
But yeah, I suppose what we need to ascertain is the quickest way to get there. I don't know if the airship will be that readily available straight away. Everyone will just want to relax. I don't think it's fair to then ask them to voyage out again.
Kirik, if we get there, can we get back fast?
We can, yes. If we get to Mountaineer, we can come back to the keep instantaneously. So
Then I say we err on the side of not endangering others to get us there. Unless they get us there and we literally plummet in and they haul us out of there. That's an option. But I do not think we need to put anyone else in danger by them staying there.
Agreed.
Yeah. So,
Mountaineer it is.
Mountaineer it is. We can ask if they want to take us, but there's a good chance they need to take people to Fairleigh Forest. At that point, it will be the needs of the many. If they need it, they have it. If not, and they want to take us, Mountaineer. Otherwise, let's go on foot.
right, now we wait until we get there.
Did you say it was Brallin was steering at the moment?
Brallan's currently steering. Everybody make me a perception check, please.
Oh, I have advantage, of course. Nice. That is an 11, please.
21.
11. 21?
Yep.
And you were the one to sort of cast an eye across the deck. And actually, I suppose I could use your passive perception for this. Feltag is sat at the very front of the ship. And you can see sort of movements that look like he's pounding into his chest.
I will approach Feltag to see what the hell he is doing.
And you can hear the sound, as you get closer and closer, you can hear the sound of the sound of sort of clink into metal and then the grate of something across metal. And as you look around to him, you can see he's got a metal stake from somewhere, and he's using his own fist just pound this stake into his chest and then is dragging it across.
Is he like engraving his chest?
Yeah.
Can I discern what he's writing, drawing yet? Is it enough of a complete picture? If not, I'll just ask him.
Do you want to interrupt him?
I don't mean to interrupt Feltag, but what the hell are you doing?
Well, it was missing, so I had to put it back.
What was missing?
Well, this. And he's going to turn and very rudimentally, very scruffily, Feltag has carved a symbol into his chest. And that symbol looks like a wreath of sorts attached to a crook or a curved stick of sort of a stick with a hook on the end. She would not want me to forget her.
I'm assuming you're remembering more of your past life.
As I said yesterday. Yesterday? Yesterday. I remember.
And who do I recognise the symbol?
Make me a religion check, please.
12.
No.
Forgive my ignorance.
You would,
Feltag,
however, recognise the symbol as one of the symbols around the temple of the Malt Masters Guild.
Okay.
The Malt Masters Guild.
Forgive my ignorance, Feltag. I'm not familiar with this deity. Would you mind telling me a bit about her?
She is the Wild Mother, and I was one of her chosen. And that right there is where we are going to end tonight's session.
You bastard.
So, we finished, finally finished, I hear everybody scream, the siege at River's End. Maybe not how we wanted to finish it, but how it was inevitably going to happen, I think. There was no real way of saving a city that's been totally overrun by ghouls, vampires, and all manner of creature, plus a very, very powerful Dragonborn-ish thing. But amazing session from the guys there. Great bit of RP to close the session out. Lots of changes, lots of things happening, lots of things slowly bubbling to the surface now as we slowly but surely make our way through this campaign. After 77 episodes, which is insane, to be honest. Thank you all to... thank you all for supporting us, as always. My mind is just at this point, after all the stuff that's happened tonight. A huge thank you to my players who are always awesome, always in the zone. In fact, everybody take a point of inspiration tonight, including you viewers at home, and say that a DM from a different stream told you to take them through to your game. Go for it. You can all have inspiration. That has been one hell of an episode. It's been one hell of a 4-episode series there. So we will pick up next week with revelations, with directions, with new quests, new journeys, new objectives. We love you all. Thank you all for joining us. A huge shout out to all those tools we've used. Of course, Battle Bards, Tabletop Audio, Incarnate, D&D Beyond, Hero Forge. All making the game and this stream more and more amazing. Thank you to those that are subscribed tonight. Thank you to those that continue to follow. Thank you to those that are always active in chat. You know who you are. We love you all the time and forever. So with that, I will stop burbling. Everybody stay safe. We love you all as always. We will see you Wednesday, 7:30 PM on Twitch for Malt Magic and more. But until then, see you next time.